Good morning, everyone. I'm about to report special issues and problems in civil service, such as the unfair hiring process. So this topic is not necessarily issue in civil service, instead issues raised by some of the clients in the civil service. So before we run about unfair hiring process, let's make sure that at least we know about Ora, that we are familiar with its provision and concerning appointment and qualification standards. So Ora, or the revised omnibus rules on appointment and other human resource actions, a consolidation of rules pertaining to appointments, promotion, reassignment, separation, and other human resource actions in civil service. So ito yung guide, nagsisilbing guide ng HR ng each of the department of the agency pertaining on the appointment, promotion, or the reassignment, or even the retirement. Rule 8 Qualification Standards, Part 1 General Policies, Section 31. The qualification standards are the minimum and basic requirements for position in the government in terms of education, training, experience, civil service eligibility, physical fitness, and other qualities required for successful performance of the duties of position. These shall serve as the basic guide in the selection of the employees and in the evaluation of appointments to all positions in the government. The establishment, administration, and maintenance of qualification standards shall be responsibility of the department or agency with the assistance and approval of the Civil Service Commission. So, pag hindi ka na ba qualified sa position na ina-applyan mo, unfair hiring process na ba kaagad? Or maybe you haven't met the minimum requirement or the qualification standard for a position, like for example in the education. Example that the given position they are looking for any business related course, and yet you are a psychology or education graduate. So do you think mag-fit in ka dun sa position na ina-applyan mo? Or maybe the position is requiring a postgraduate education and you have none of that, disqualified ka pa rin. And in training, let's say for example that 40 hours yung hinihingi and yung sa'yo is 39 hours lang, hindi ka pa qualified sa position na kasi may kulang ka. And with the experience and eligibility, let's say for example that you are in 15 years in service with no eligibility, so hindi ka pa rin magiging qualified dun sa position, or even na kahit cum laude graduate ka pa or may eligibility ka na and yet you have no experience, still disqualified. So, the power to appoint is a matter of discretion. The appointing power has a wide latitude of choice as to who is best qualified for the position. The power of appointment is essentially discretionary, and the CSC cannot substitute its judgment for that of the appointing power. The only condition being that the appointee should possess the qualification required by the law. Therefore, as an applicant or a candidate, we don't have any rights to judge or to question kung ano man yung magiging desisyon ng appointing authority or kung sino man ang pipiliin dun sa candidates. And then Ora states that it does not mean that X is top 1 automatically appointed. Automatically appointed na siya dun sa position na yun. Pwede rin si Y ang ma-appoint even he is the top 4 in ranking. So, yun yung tinatawag natin na wide latitude of choice. And, as said in the slide, no, na hindi papakialaman ng CSC kung ano man yung magiging desisyon nung appointing authority or kung sino man yung pipiliin nila as long as na-possess nila yung qualification standards required by the law. So, Section 85 of Rule number 8 of the Ora, Section 85, the HRMPSB shall assist the appointing officer or authority in the judicious and objective selections of candidates for appointment in the agency in accordance with the approved agency merit selection plan, MSP. The HRMPSB shall be permanently responsible for the judicious and objective selection candidates for appointment in the agency in accordance with the approved agency MSP and shall submit the appointing officer authority the top 5 ranking candidates deemed most qualified for appointment to the vacant position. Section 86. The appointing officer authority shall be guided by the report of the HRMPSB's assessment of candidates and in the exercise of sound discretion select insofar as practicable from among the top 5 candidates or less deemed most qualified for appointment to the vacant position depending on the number of candidates. Section 87. The appointing officer authority may appoint an applicant who is ranked higher than those next in rank to the vacant position based on the assessment of the qualifications, competence evidenced by the comparative ranking. So, kumbaga nasa kamay ng HRMPSB na to kung sino yung mapipili among the top 5. And this HRMPSB plays an important role dun sa appointing authority since itong si HRMPSB ay magsasubmit ng kanilang report dun sa appointing authority. So, maybe, in some agency, pwede nilang manipulate ito. But, since pwedeng ganun. But, on other case, pwede hindi naman mangyari yon. And that's what we call the management prerogative. So, management prerogative refers to the rights granted to the management by the law to do something at work. This management prerogative is a function associated with the employer's inherent right to control and manage effectively its enterprise. Even as the law is solicitous of the welfare of the employees, it must also protect the right of an employer to exercise what are clearly management prerogatives. The free will of management to conduct its own business affairs to achieve its purpose cannot be denied. So, ang tanong dito is CSC allowed that management prerogative? Yes. Ina-allowed po ng Civil Service Commission ang tinatawag nating management prerogative as long as hindi na-interfere nito ang rights of the employer or the employee or mapa-employer man. This management prerogative ay pwede nilang gawin ito like for example, in the said position or in a vacant position. I mean, pwede nilang yung position na yun is pwede silang mag-set ng another standards, but within accordance pa rin ng CSC. So, yun yung tinatawag natin na, alam mo yun, yung meron silang control sa, kumbaga, in terms of this kind of appointment, rather. So, no, the ancillary positions are open for all, but that is to say, open for all qualified candidates. So, ito talaga yung magiging highlight dito, no? Na kailangan nating malaman at ipaintindi sa atin na hindi lahat na ganung pangyayari is all about unfair hiring process. Maybe ginamit nila ang kanilang powers, which is management prerogative, to do something, no? To do something at work, which is yun naman talaga ang management prerogative. So, that's for all. That's what my report is. So, thank you. That's for all.